And we have liftoff. Thank you so much for tuning into the Planet Guardian podcast, Boys Planet Edition, a podcast where we review Mnet survival show Boys Planet, a show where boys all across the world compete in a competition show to get a 9-member boy group hosted by Mnet that will be under week one. I always change the introduction all the time, but I'm getting better. So, Aneesa, what were your thoughts on episode 7?
Um, I guess overall, I feel like, let me say something positive.
Okay.
I think that Mnet perfected this portion of the competition. So I appreciated this
Sorry.
episode. I liked how they kind of had like three overall categories, which was like dance, rap, and vocal, and then they like
Yeah.
broke it down like two and two and two, you know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
think
Yeah.
that was a good way to do it. I like that all the songs were Korean songs. I like this. I like this round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
I'm frustrated for multiple reasons,
Yeah.
but we can just get into it later on into the conversation.
Hmm.
Aneesa, your top 9. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Janino.
So here's my top nine. Once again, not much has changed. I saw Anthony is number one, Umuti is
Mm-hmm.
number two, number three is Ricky, four is Haruto, five is Jong Hao, six is Ji Woong, seven is Woong Ki, and the two new ones that I have is eight, which is Gunwook. He was in my top nine before, but I just took him out. But then I'm just like, you know what? I do like him. You know, like if I'm like rooting for him to debut. I might as well put him in my top nine. And then number nine, I have Chen Kwan Jui, who I was thinking about this recently. He hasn't been in my top nine since like episode one, but I've been voting for him every day. And I just had this like, why am I voting for this person and he's not in my top nine? So I'm just like, yeah, I want him in here.
Nice. I like your
So
top 9.
thank you. I don't really, I haven't really thought about what I want out of this group that much. I don't think I want to worry about that until the finale, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But I like these people here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for some of them, I don't think, but we'll see.
Can
We'll see.
you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is my top 9. And first is Anthony. Second is Doha. Third is Womati. Fourth is Hiroto. Fifth is Ollie. Sixth is Zhang Hao. Seventh is Sung Hanbin. Not the other Hanbin. Sung Hanbin in seventh. Eighth is Wonki. And ninth is Keita. The only person that's new is Wonki for very obvious reasons.
Hmm.
uh yeah, this is I'm just so frustrated with this show, but
Hmm.
we can just get into it with the performances.
Hmm. The first performance was the rap and dance section, which was Law, which had
Yeah.
Park Hanbin, Lee Yedam, Han Yujin, Wang Zihao, and Na Kamden.
Mm. It was nice. I mean, it was an aggressive, song and dance, and I mean, it scored high, but I don't know. I guess none of the trainees I'm really interested in were in that group. I like Yedam. I feel like he's gonna be like one of those like members. It's like, oh, Yedam from Boys Planet debuts in this other group, but like not per se. I don't know. Like, and the Park Hanbin also great. I don't see him in this group either.
Really? He has a lot
It
of fans.
if he scrapes if he scrapes like top 18, then he has a chance.
I think he's getting to the finale. A lot of people like him. Like,
Finale is one thing. Shanna got into the finale. There's a lot of people that get to the finale. That doesn't mean they're in a group. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't. He's not the young gun slay. I don't see that for him.
hmm
I see that for the other guy.
Eugen.
Yeah, no, he's not Young Gun.
Oh, not Eugen. Well,
No,
he's just in the top,
no,
I think. Oh
no.
no, he's
Eugen
not.
is Chase Young.
Oh.
That is Chase Young. That if he gets number one and everyone gets mad, I'm gonna be like, I told y'all,
Mm-hmm. We'll
because
see.
he has the aunties, like purely the aunties, and, and little girls, but mainly the aunties.
Mhm.
When you have the healthy vote, you win.
Yeah.
If he does not get first, he gets second.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. I wonder how much overlap he's sharing from Tere and Hanbin
And
votes.
Yuven. I feel like
Yeah, I don't
Jin,
see Yuven
Yuven,
getting in.
Tere have like
I
the three fan
Yuven
base.
Yuven is giving me package deal. Costco, buy this, you get this other one for free.
Yeah, he's I feel like he see Yuven's not in this team, but I feel like he if it was a 12-member boy group and they rigged it like Eyes One, I can see him getting in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I
But
like the
back to
stage though.
Yeah, the stages. I like the outfits. I love the outfits, the
Yeah.
military. I love the styling. Um, it
So
wasn't.
Yedam was one of the ones that I was voting for in the beginning
Oh
because he
yeah.
had like his ending fairy in the theme song. I was like, oh, I like him. He's pretty. I don't
Mm-hmm.
remember any of his stages though, but every time I see him, I'm just like, yeah, you were the one that I like.
He was in Love Me Right.
Oh, it
Yeah.
with Huey and them. I remember
Yes.
now. Yeah, he was cute on that stage. I like this
Yeah.
image for him though, because I always saw him more as like a sweet guy. So I was
Mm.
like, I don't know if he can pull this off, but he looked
This.
good.
He's a good looking guy. I've always said that. It's like if he was this taller, he would be
Mm.
getting so much more votes. I don't know why. It's just like I just have a feeling that they'd be like, "Oh wow, he's so handsome." I feel like his is you know what he's giving me? That guy that's in 17 that writes all the songs that's really short. I don't remember his name. He wrote that song for IOI Downpour and he wrote a lot of other songs.
Oh.
He's giving me him, but more like visual.
Hmm.
But anyway, point being, I like him too. Not
Yeah.
voting for him. I wish him well. I don't remember. I only know him and Park Hanbin, and anyone else in that group is just kind of giving like paint on the wall.
Well, some people are saying that Zihao, so the two there
Oh
was two
yes,
guys.
him. They're saying that he might go up.
I kind of don't see him debuting, but I
Oh, of
see
course
him
not.
getting a finale.
Many people have gotten to finales.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I like the choreo that he made with Eugen. I think they
Yeah.
choreographed like the dance
To
break towards the end or something.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
person
it
did the
was
first
really
part and then the
good.
second. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
nice. It was really
I think that was
nice.
like a standout moment for me because usually I don't know. I feel like usually when on these shows they do a lot of copy and pasting because, like you said, it's a pressure
Yeah.
cooker. They don't have time
hmm
to be being too creative. They just have to make something. But I feel like these guys, like it's the choreo just seemed unique to me. So I'm
Yeah,
just
I
like,
mean,
okay, this
we
is really
could
good.
pressure cooker and creative in two words is another group. That's a whole another group.
Yeah. Well, we can move on to the next team that performed if you have nothing else to say
I have
about this
nothing else to
team.
say. No, they did
Yeah.
good.
So the next team was the vocal and rap stage, which was Man in Love, and they had Mingyu, Tae, Choi Woojin, and Lee Dong-gyo.
Nasada on a hot day.
So
Hot
the
day.
vocal so the vocal masters told Mingyu like, "Hey, cut your voice down like way down." And I know that was good advice, but in that moment when I was watching, I was like, this feels like a conspiracy. You don't want him to overshadow Tere, that's why. But that's because I like Mingyu. So I'm
To
just
be
like, you
fair,
don't want him to cover up everyone else's. You don't want him to shine over everyone else.
Tay was nice, but I still wasn't paying much.
Really? I feel like it's the first time I noticed him because he's
This
really
is the first time
pretty.
I've noticed him because it's the first time I've ever given him like a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised they didn't put him in episode one to get more votes. I'm
Mm-hmm.
surprised, but okay. He looks like a You know Neil from Teen Top?
Yeah.
He looks like his like
Yes.
sibling. Like if you be like, oh, that's my little brother to Tede, I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Wow, he does. I can
He
see
looks
that.
like him. Not his full lips, but
Yeah.
like the spread and the facial
Yeah.
shape and the skin tone, everything. I mean, they look related. I was like, wow, they look like. I mean, who does he look like? Because Neil was my favorite in Teen Top because he was singing everything.
Oh, I
But
loved him too.
but seeing him, I'm like, okay, I'm conflicted. I didn't mind you in this song,
Mhm.
but he still wasn't hot there. Just giving me. I'm glad they gave him a rap part, Mingyu, because that was great.
Mm.
He's just like he's so fun.
He
I
is. He's
don't know what he's gonna do after this, but I
mm.
hope he's like doing things.
That's partially why I took him out of my top nine because I was like, I don't want you to debut here, but I want you to make it at least to the creation challenge because you're entertainment, like you're very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
The
that's
other guy
terrible. I
that
bet
was
that's how.
oh, go ahead.
I wonder if that's how people felt about Wanja. Like, oh, we don't want you to debut, but you're too entertaining to not keep into the finale. You know what I mean?
I'm still so sad she changed her hair after. Because I'm like, no, I like that stiff blonde. It doesn't move
Hmm.
with the dark brown eyebrows. Anyway, we're not ever gonna move on from Girls Planet, and that's okay. We'll be fine. What's the next group? Oh, before we move off, the
Hmm.
other guy that's not gonna get in, but is like was singing along with Tere. What's his name? He was like,
It was either Woojin or Dong Yao.
I think it's probably Wu Jin.
To be honest, Tere and Mingyu were the only
Oh
standouts to
yeah,
me.
yeah, for
So
sure.
that's like I don't
But
know
I feel
which
like
of the
I
other.
just wanted to mention that the other guy did sing well. He wasn't a standout just due to the fact that he's kind of like not popular, but yeah.
See, I can't sit here and say someone's not popular because next thing you know, this random person is in the top nine, and I'm like, hold on, now who is this? Because that's how I
No
thought
one's
about you
pulling a
getting.
Ruan. No one's pulling a Ruan. No one's pulling a Ruan. All right. There has not been a no one's doing that.
So the next group was the rap and dance section, which was Rush Hour. So that had Oh Sungmin, who was also known as Jerome in TO1, Ricky, Takuto, and Hiroto, and Ma Jing Shang.
Give me hip hop to the breakdown. Can I? All these boy groups I would never know of if I didn't watch this show. Um,
I hope that in every stage, Ricky has this moment when he's just like pushing someone out the way. Because I swear he did that in the other stage
he
too for the.
did. He is aggressive,
Yeah. I don't
and
really think he's that aggressive though. I feel like he just doesn't budge, you know what I mean? Like,
well
you know when they're
that's.
like, "Oh, your core should be so strong so that if someone
Mhm.
pushes you, you don't fall over." He kind of gives me that energy like he just doesn't move.
I feel like he's like, if we don't get this done, we're not going to be able to finish this performance. And I get that. I
Hmm.
really do. But like, you have to think about everyone else in the group. Because it's like, if I were to work with Ricky, right? And say you're like, hey, Juan, I'd be like, I am in this group. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for 2.5 years. Like, let's just get it. Like, I'm slow, but this is what it is. Like, I don't know. I feel like you have to be patient. And he was impatient with Takuto. And Takuto was like the stand to me. Takuto and Hiroto were the standouts at the performance. To me. Ricky was there, he
Um,
had parts, but it also didn't help that like Jay sang this song before, so I had higher expectations too. So I was looking for something they could give it something new. And I was like, they don't have a main vocalist, number one. And then Takuto was bringing more character and he did that
mm,
flip. And I wasn't even
mm.
expecting him to do a flip. And then Hiroto was like visual king. So he's over here. And don't ever give Hiroto shorts again. It's giving Young like skinny legs. He has skinny legs. That's fine. But pants on him gives the illusion of like Yeah. Not to be mean, but I love Hiroto. I've been voting for him since day one, even before I heard him sing a note. That's faith.
I think you're rooting for him even before this show because he was in Chuong or Ba 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 Ba. Remember?
He was.
Yeah, Hiroto was in Chuong 2021.
I never voted for anybody on that show. I just was casually watching.
One of our friends, I won't say her name, but one of our friends was telling us, like, you guys need to vote for him. Please vote for him. And she's not even watching the show. She watches Chuong, and she was like, vote for this guy. I'm just like, let me see how he is first.
I didn't even know who he was. I was like, wow, nice looking guy. Click. I was like, great. He's
Well,
Japanese. Cool.
yes.
Um,
This
but
stage, like, I know
but
that a lot of people were going to compare it to Jay's stage, but I kind of went in not comparing it, and I still felt like it was lacking. Like, I feel like this group in general, the behind the scenes drama
oh,
was
it's too
more
much.
entertaining. It was more entertaining than the stage because the stage, like, literally, they were like, I'm gonna go up here and do my job and then get
And then
out.
go. Well,
Yeah.
the masters were like, if they can just come together for one day.
But
I'm
they couldn't
like,
even do that though. They literally just like, I'm gonna come up here and dance and then leave.
but
It felt like a dress rehearsal.
who were the main issues?
I mean, I think the problem is that like Ricky and Majin Shang, they were
Mm-hmm.
just
Looking out for
very
themselves.
I don't
Well,
want to say looking out for
Mahjong was more
themselves.
so looking out for himself because he's on the side. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna learn this 'cause I'm not gonna let. I get it. You know what? I can't even be mad because in a situation like that, like a group project, like I feel like if we translate it to that, it's like I'm gonna make sure I got my stuff done. Look, I don't know about y'all, but
But the problem with this situation
the
is that
generic
it's a group project where 50% of the grade is
is
individual and
in
50% of the grade is
is
the group.
teamwork.
Yeah,
Yes,
so you have to be able to balance that.
yes.
Like,
I
and I
think
think
take.
that
Mhm.
to him, I feel like for Majin, he probably just felt like I think he was one of the ones who almost got eliminated. He barely survived at like rank 50 something or something like that.
Mhm.
I think the pressure was just getting to him, and I'm just like, I just kind of feel bad for him.
Wasn't he the leader? He was like, we got to keep going.
No, he wasn't the leader. Oh, Sungmin or something like that was
Yeah,
the
the leader was like, we
leader.
got to keep going. Like it was those three to me that was giving like, y'all need to. They kind of had the same issue that Matthew had, but they didn't have someone like to pull him out of his funk.
I think the problem too, like the leader was trying. He realized like I think he had a behind the scenes moment. He was like, even if they're disagreeing at the end of the day, I'm the leader, so you have to listen to me. I like that he did that because you have to do something like that when you're working with people like this.
Right, right,
But they
yeah.
still didn't listen to him. And I'm just like, you guys are kind of sick for this. I just felt bad for Takuto because Takuto's crying and he's like, you guys keep fighting. I need to practice. Like, and I get that because Ricky, like, he'll just look good. He can just sit there and he'll look good. But Takuto's like, I need practice. I can't be like you, Ricky. I'm
That's
just like,
why
I get
I
it.
guess I'm like rooting for Hiruto and Takuto because
Hmm.
they like and even the judges are like, wow, Hiruto's really talented and he keeps getting shafted with not great groups. They didn't say it that boldly, but they were like, we feel bad for him. He's not getting a good break.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sheesh. That was a rough group. I like they can dance and they can rap, but as a group and like I guess charisma, chemistry, energy wise,
Oh
it
no,
wasn't there. It wasn't
no,
there on screen, and I'm sure it wasn't there like in real life too, you know.
yeah. But that's how it goes, you know, if the group doesn't come together. That's why we sometimes you see when they remove a member from a group, which, you know, like they everything uplifts.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes when they add a member to the group, things get shifted or you know, it all depends on the vibe,
Hmm.
right?
So the
Yeah.
leader of this group, Oh
Hmm.
Sung-min, he was the one in TO1. And on
Yes.
this show, he said, "Oh, I left my group to compete on this show." But the rumors are that him and Woonki were kicked out for being gay, apparently.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if it's true that he left the show to be or left his group to be in the show. I feel like I can't believe it.
Well, you know what? Here's my little fantasy. This is not true. Mnet was like, so we're going to remove you from TO1. We have something even better for you. That's going to be a much better opportunity where you're going to even get more exposure. And, we're going to reform the group. We're reforming TO1, but we're not giving up on you. You're still going to be under Wake 1 and everything's going to be fine. And they sold them this fantasy. But in reality, they know this is their last shot. Nonsense. Because Woonkie said in his part, he's like, "This is my last. This is it. Like, if I don't make it here, this is it." Like, same thing that the other guy said.
Want to go on to the next stage?
Yes.
The next stage was vocal and rap team Limousine, with Jihu, Anthony, and Christian.
They just want Anthony gone.
Yeah. So I thought that Anthony was gonna get like a Kotone moment where he raps about like they cut my screen time, and
I
people
was
be like,
hoping
yeah,
that.
yeah, and then they're all gonna vote for him, and then no one would vote for him after the creation mission, and he wouldn't make it to the finale. I was like, at the bare minimum, I need him in the next mission. But now it's not looking good. Like they didn't even give him that. I'm just like, what was the point of him being here? And there's a rumor I saw on Twitter that Wake One only signed him into Wake One just to put him into the show as a filler, basically, because they needed like 90 boys.
That's stupid.
Yeah. So when I saw that, it made me mad because I was just like, so we just lost from the beginning. We got excited. I'm sitting here thinking,
He
oh,
could
Wake
have
One's
stayed in
gonna rig
Japan and
Anthony
do
in.
something else.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Like basically no screen time. And the only time he got screen time was to uplift the Korean guy when he was like, oh, I'm not a good leader. Here you go. You can be the leader.
In reality, whatever. I don't know. Christian did nice. He has a nice voice. The Korean guy doesn't even matter. He's not making it to next round.
And none of them are. Those three,
you don't think Christian?
No, he's not. I don't think so.
He's just gonna go back home. Well, he had a good run.
Yeah, I mean, Christian, they tried to make it seem like, oh, you're so sweet now, but it's already too late. The damage has been done.
Please don't rip it. Oh, you know what's funny? I don't even think he was as bad as Ricky, but people like Ricky because it's interesting. Yu Xiaobing in a girl's planet, not working. Yu Xiaobing in a boy's planet, oh, he's strong, he's fearless. Oh, I love that. Oh, he's strong. He doesn't let people tell him what to do. It's so interesting the mindset of the fans and how they take like that viewpoint.
I don't think it's the mindset of the fans. I think that's just how people are in general. Like if you think about real life, people don't like strong women. But if you're a man who's like assertive, people like that.
Interesting.
I think what real life is just reflecting on the shows, you know?
Yeah, so true.
You can call it whatever you want to call it, misogyny or whatever, but
yeah, no, you're right. No, you're right. I don't have anything else to say about it. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, Christian wasn't as much of a jump scare this episode. I think I got used to seeing his blue eyes and blonde hair. I mean that in the best way possible because I like his look. Oh my gosh. I'm losing hope on Anthony at this point. Like I'm already mentally preparing my next top 9 and 1 pick and whatever.
They just he's done a lot behind the scenes. They should plan and pass him.
There ain't gonna be no Planet Pass. And if they do Planet Pass him, I'll be like, what was the point? Why would you do this? Like give him screen time. Goodness.
He can be the next Kotane.
I guess.
Why did they take the Planet Pass away?
Because they don't need the Planet Pass when they can just rig their people in. And by rig, I don't mean votes, I mean editing and screen time. I think with Girls Planet, they kind of realize they don't need to do that. They can just edit people good, give them a good amount of screen time, and they just have 5 picks. There's absolutely 5 people who are shooing into this group. They have their 5 picks. They're gonna give them screen time. You don't need to do all that extra, you know? There's no point in the Planet Pass.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Goodness gracious. All right. The next team was the vocal and dance stage, Feel Special, with Shuaibo, Cha Wungi, Donggun, Kai Jinshin, and Wungi. Wait, I
I
already said
mean,
Woonkie. Wait, it was only
well, you
four
need to
people
say
on
him
that team?
twice
Yeah.
because it was Woonkie and Friends.
Yes.
You,
He's
you
in his Diane era. He said, I'm the producer, I'm the main vocalist, I'm gonna the main choreographer.
I'm fucking sorry. I'm the damn janitor at this point. I mean, ugh, I
Oh,
feel so okay. Here's my thing. I'm sorry. Do you want to go first? Because I have multiple things to say.
I also have multiple things to say, but you can go first.
First off, the Chinese dude with the silver hair and the mullet, and also the other guy. First off, let me talk about the other guy. He looked lost on stage.
Is
Like
it the Chinese one or the Korean one?
no, the Korean one did his job. The Korean one did his job. The Korean
Mhm.
guy reminded me of. So you remember Arling, and you remember
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
show? And do you remember with Fei Fei and Kurgly and the other one,
The Ice Queen team, right?
Robing? No, their first stage.
Oh, the first stage. Yeah, yeah.
He
The yellow
reminded me
one on their
of
team.
Robing, where he like came in just as good, but
Mm.
no one voted for him or voted for
Okay.
her.
Yeah.
So when I saw like he was really good, I was like, oh, he's great, but he's Roy Bing. He's not moving forward. Like I appreciate what you're doing right now, but it's not what I need right now.
Hmm.
Anyway, uh side note, so funny how people are like, oh, vote for Roy Bing. She was with Fei Fei and Curly. And we're like, uh-huh, sure, girl. No one did.
Yeah.
But back to Feel Special. So back to the guy, I think he was also Chinese, and he was not good. His attitude sucked. It sucked so hard.
I guess I didn't notice him that much because I was focused on the main two,
Oh,
Shuaibo and Wongi.
no, I was focused on it on everybody. And I was like,
Hmm.
your attitude sucks. You're not giving any facials. Why are you here? How did you get past round one? Like, it's giving me nothing. And then you know the part where they like do this like thing and then they jump back and then they kind of look like mesmerized. He looked like, where am I? I
Oh
wonder.
my
It
gosh.
was, I'm like, watch it again. He was bad. And I didn't know why he was on the show. And he's like, I'm
Wow.
lacking. It's like you have no confidence in yourself, no charisma, no stage presence. His no, no. Yeah. Why? I think he thought it was a great idea at first, and he realized this is not what he wants.
Hmm. Wow.
Now on to silver hair guy. What's his name?
Is Shuai, I might be saying it wrong, but Shuaibo?
Yeah, please, because Schreibo. So anyway, him also terrible attitude. Terrible attitude.
Hmm.
Like in the practice stage with the masters, this is your chance to get feedback. Like this is
Hmm.
your chance. Like give it your all. Don't half butt it because then you're doing a disservice to your group and to yourself. And when he did like the part where he did this or whatever, he just looked like he didn't want to be there either. And then he had the gall. First off, you picked this song because you wanted to be in this song,
Hmm.
right? And then you have the gall to be like, oh, like if it's the choreography's not good, it's not our fault. Then producers will help us because they're not gonna let us go on stage. And I'm like, you are an equal member in this group. You can add, you can help out. Like you can help with the dance, help with the. He just seemed like I'm just gonna let this one person do everything, and I'm just showing up.
The
It
thing that
sucked.
blew me about him saying that when he was like, "Oh, the producers won't let us go on stage and be bad." That's true. That's why the masters are there to help you. That's why you have to take that session that you have with them seriously. You can't be unserious at that session and then come back home and be like, "Oh, they'll help us." Like they can only help you so much, you know what I mean? I will say that I feel like the hate towards him is a little bit exaggerated because I
The
feel like
K-pop fans.
yeah, yeah, I feel like, and I said this on Twitter, I feel like people want to have their villain of the week and they just chose him because when I watched the episode, like he was maybe only as annoying as Daul was in the previous episodes. I don't think he was like particularly worse. Like he was on the same level of being unserious and like just not contributing to the team, you
I
know?
think the problem is he's going to move on to the next round, and
Oh,
Wonky is a high possibility of will not. So it's frustrating because
yeah.
the person that has created your stage, sung, 75% of the song
Yep.
is like, also, this is their last chance or potentially last chance to do anything in K-pop, whatever the case may be. And here you are moving forward. It just feels undeserved.
Oh yeah. I
And
can
then to get the most points, like the bonus, whatever, situation of the group, it feels undeserved because
hmm
his attitude sucked. And the only reason why he like was able to get that position is because Wonky made everything.
I can see why, like, if you don't see the behind the scenes, I think him getting the most points makes sense.
Yeah.
Because when you actually watch the stage, like his smile was really bright. He looked like he was having a good time. All his lines, he did very well. Woongi, I feel like they set that man up. Someone should have. I don't get why. So Shu Aibos give me the vibes of a coverist. Like if you just want to dance and dance to your favorite songs, then
Yeah.
just dance, you know.
Yeah.
But you
Don't.
have to sing, and I
Mm-hmm.
that's why I feel bad for Woongi. Like if you're in a group, you should not have to sing the whole. Like even twice, they don't like Jihyo be singing a lot of the chorus, but she doesn't sing like that long. Like come
Well,
on.
in every K-pop group, there's
Mm-hmm.
like two, at least two great singers,
Mm-hmm.
and then have like one person that can pick up the slack if need be.
Mm-hmm.
Things change through time. People get better vocally. We're not talking about the beginning. We're not talking about, sorry, we're not talking about like the like girls generation now is not girls
Mm-hmm.
generation 2007, right? Like it was Jessica and Taeyong. That was the plan. That was how it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
But so having a group where there's only one person singing everything is cruel because that's a lot of pressure on someone. And especially the reason why groups are so interesting is because there's multiple vocals, multiple voices, and to dance and sing with the K-pop choreography, you need more than one person singing everything. I'm surprised Wonky was able to manage that, have breath control for the whole stage. He
Yeah.
sung both choruses, the bridge, and his own lines.
Yeah. He's crazy.
I mean, he's talented. That's called talent.
hmm
That in talent and skill that you learn through time. I
I
don't think
mean,
he
he was
walked
the
in. Sorry,
one
go
in
ahead.
TL1, so
Right, but
he has some experience.
I don't think he walked into that group expecting him to do everything.
Yeah.
And the nerve of if the choreography's bad, it's not going to look poorly on us or whatever comment he said. I'm like, again, you have the right to say, I would like it to look like this. You are an equal member in the group, just like Wonky. Like, you guys made Wonky do everything. Break up the lines,
So
make the
apparently
choreography.
that line actually was just mistranslated or
So
a
what did he say?
misrepresentation of what he was implying. So it's apparently what he was actually trying to say was I think he was trying to ask his friend because the other one has been trying to translate for him or has been translating for him if you were like paying attention to the episode.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think he was trying to say like I don't know if he had questions on the choreography. I forgot the exact details, but Mnet just basically straight up misrepresented what he was trying to say. So I will just forgive him for that completely because
Even
everyone,
still,
even Koreans, are saying that's not what he was trying to say.
okay, I'll let it pass, but even still, speak up. Like, don't be a wallflower. This is your stage. Like, this
That's
could
what I'm
be,
telling you. He's just a K coverist. He wants to dance to his favorite Twice song. He doesn't want to sing. He doesn't want to like.
look,
That's what I'm
the
saying.
only
It's,
person
it's
that
it's
was
over for you.
the only person that got the opportunity to be a K coverist and it worked. Like afterwards, that girl that was Japanese in GWSN, who she got like minimal lines and just did a dance break.
Mm-hmm.
But that opportunity is not for everybody because
Mm-hmm.
they picked her. She didn't ask to be in the group; they asked her.
Yeah.
But that's rare, and they're still going to ask you to do something. But in a show with like producer Boys Planet, Girls Planet, you can't. It's too much. It's too much.
His attitude for a competition show just wasn't. I mean, like I said, he's like dull. I wasn't. This whole situation just doesn't affect me because I voted for him maybe before the show started airing,
Yeah,
but he was never in my top. I didn't care for him, so I feel like I'm unfazed by this.
I'm just this. I hurt for Wonky because like
hmm
it's like dang you do everything and you're not rewarded for your efforts. Like it's like You're working at your job. It is a group assignment. The other person that's in your team is doing literally nothing, and they get a promotion because they were,
I mean, it's
they
like we
have
said before, it's a group project, and this guy didn't contribute, and but he got the
no
A. He showed up for the presentation and got the A, even if he didn't
right.
contribute to it, you know?
Yeah, that's just really. I would be insanely
And you
like
can
Monkey
tell
was
Whoopi
fine.
really wants this too.
Yeah.
He's always up there on stage. Like I won't forget when they had little dance battle thing, and I was like, oh, he
Mm-hmm.
loves to perform
Right. Right.
and put on a show.
I would say like if they still had Chuang, I'm like he can still go to Chuang, but they don't
He,
have
he
those
might be a little
anymore.
bit too short for Chuang.
It doesn't hurt to
I don't
try.
know. We'll see. Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah. Anyway, Wonky and Friends. No, Wonky featuring Boys Planet Spill Special.
hmm hmm So the next stage was the vocal and rap stage. Not Spring, Love, or Cherry Blossoms, which was Daul, Park Doha, and Jong E Chan.
Kind of my second favorite stage,
Really?
but you know why? Doha was great.
He was great. This was a good song for him to show
Okay,
that he can be an actor.
no, okay. I knew he was going to have a Haywan moment.
hmm
I know you didn't watch Produce 48, but he did the exact same thing that Haywan did that
You
got here.
always say that. I watch Produce 48.
I just keep remembering you said I stopped watching as I'm like,
No,
oh,
I stopped watching at the mission. Once they eliminated Yujin and one of the Japanese girls that I like, that's when I was like, I'm done with the show because those
okay.
are my two top picks.
Then I sincerely apologize because you're probably like, I am tired of this man lying on me.
Yeah, you always lie. Like I literally watch like I actually watch Produce 48 from the demo stages all the way up until
Okay.
Rumor, basically.
So I'm sick for that. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I know, forgive me for that. I'm sorry. You're probably tired of me saying it. And I'm
Do you
like,
think Haewon was my bias for no reason? Like I saw all the behind the scenes for Boombaya. That's why the stage was great.
I always thought you just like came in later and it was like, okay,
Oh, I
cool.
wish I did because then I wouldn't be that bitter like towards eyes.
Okay.
That's another
So
story.
I'm sorry. So you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about then. So my apologies. I'm never going to say it again. Promise. But so when Haywan did her rap for the second round, this is the exact same vibe. The
Yeah.
exact flowers, everything, the exact same vibe. She was acting. It was kind of a slightly crunchy, but still good.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. There's rumors that Doha got eliminated. I don't know why, because I feel like he should be going to round three.
Probably doesn't have enough top six picks, you know.
I was voting for him every day. So I again, maybe I'm not on the right side of history again, which is fine.
Mhm.
But this performance was good. Daul was, if he again, if he was just taller,
Mhm.
because another person with nice face, this very short, he did good vocally. He did really good. I mean, it's a little bit too late now. He should have shown some of that earlier.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't know how he's able to pull off that now when he couldn't pull that off during the reevaluation. But that's just me. He could have at least been a 1 star.
Wasn't Daul the one when I was like, oh, I bet he's talented. He's just gonna like pretend so he has his redemption. And then you were like, no. And I was like, I don't know. I think that
Yeah,
was
but
Daul.
right, but even still, it's a little too late now. You waited
Oh
too
yeah.
late. You waited too late. You should have been showing that off.
hmm
You're showing. You don't. You're not promised anything in this show.
hmm
Like Sohei was a rare case. So Haywan rare case. I mean,
hmm
Haywan didn't get any better, but Sohei, we'll keep it to her. Rare case. But and then well, I don't know his name. I'm just gonna always do the performances, like mimic how they performed. The guy who was like singing that BTS song where he's like, "No we hey, oh, no, no Kejima.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes.
That guy, okay. So on that in that stage, I was just like, are you sure this guy's a vocalist? Because he was terrible from beginning to end.
It
But
doesn't
in this stage, I'm just like, okay, okay, I see. But he's not getting past this stage.
it doesn't help that he, God forgive me, that he looked like he can't sing.
Yeah, I get what you mean. That's why I was like convinced this guy cannot sing.
Because when you looked at him, or when I saw him on the first round, and he came up to do the part, I said he looks like he's not going to do well. Like he got the outfit and the gloves, and it just looks very posery. It just looks like no, is this not happening? And then soon said, "No, we hey." Oh, I was like, "This is no," and I'm like, "How did you pull this off? You could have been much in a much safer place had you did that then." But spilt milk, spilt milk.
So this guy, I don't know if this is real, but when I look at him, I think he has like a lot of stage fright issues. Because the first stage, like he was just like really his eyes were all over the place and he couldn't sing. But in this stage, even though his vocals were good, he still was giving that same energy. Like his eyes didn't know where to focus.
It
Like he
kind of
wasn't looking at the
glares.
audience. He wasn't looking
Yeah.
at the camera. Like it was just like glazed or something, you know?
You know who I would have traded him in for? Shake and Go.
Really?
Yeah. I would have liked like disheveled auntie for round.
Wait, isn't that the 17 guy?
No, Shake and Go was in no yeah to me tonight Moya.
I don't remember who that was. I thought Shake and Go was the 17 one, the demo stage 17 guy.
No, Shake and Go was the guy who was like arguing with a Tanana. Like he was arguing with him because he
Oh,
wanted
that one. Okay,
yes.
see? Okay, I mixed them up. So,
Yes.
okay, okay, him.
I would have. I don't know. I feel like I would have in the alternate universe. Shake and Go made it to round
Mhm.
two, and he's in this group. I feel like that would have been. I just. I would have enjoyed that. I'm talking about another trainee, and I don't know his name. This is a nice back to Doha because I feel like he should have got
Mhm.
number one to me because his voice is
Yeah.
so good. His voice is so good. Like it's giving me like he could sell chicken in a commercial in Korea. Like,
And he's so
but
charming. I actually thought he
yes,
would win number one because he
yes,
said that line. I forgot what
so
line he's
well. Oh, there's nothing special here.
something like that.
Yeah,
I
there's
didn't
nothing.
understand what he said, but it was in English, I think.
Oh, it wasn't English.
I maybe it wasn't. It
It,
probably was.
the talking part before he like rap.
Yes,
He
yes,
was
that
speaking in
line.
Korean and he's like, "There's nothing special here." I believe so because they had the subtitles.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, but that line, like the audience seemed to like it, and then his rap was decent. So I was like, okay, I think that he'll, get the top votes. And then he didn't, and I was like, okay,
He got
I
number
guess.
two. He got number
Yeah,
two because
yeah.
nah no yeah he got number one. We've been robbed. Shake and Go should have been here.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm
He said,
good.
"I'm fine."
Yeah. Yeah, he had to go. He had to go.
Speak so.
Mm-mm-mm.
Watch him debut in a limelight type group. Then I'm like, you see,
Ooh.
what's his company? 106 and something. Go ahead and collect them.
Oh, I don't know his company.
No, I'm talking about Limelight's company with Miu.
Oh,
Go ahead and collect it.
143.
You see, 143 needs to collect them. That's your next star. Boy group time. So the next stage
The
is
next stage is vocal and dance butterfly team with Lim Junso, Kong, Brian, and Chen Kwan Jui.
why was Kong singing this song like a 90s R&B
He
vocalist?
was so dramatic, and I liked that. When you say it's 90s R&B, it makes me like it even more.
And you know
I
what
like
it's giving me? My name is Charlie Nestle Wilson. It was giving me like, or this is inappropriate. You know the thong song?
yeah,
Like why are you running and rifting about undergarments?
yeah.
Why are you? he was just, hey, and like, what is going on? And they were like, Kong, can you sing per the genre?
I like how the masters told him like just tone it down, but I feel like on stage he still was like a little
At,
bit excessive.
if it wasn't that, I wouldn't want it any other way. I wish they gave him more screen time because there's a character there.
Yeah.
What's so funny is they were like, he started off not, I guess maybe nerves didn't allow him to sing his best. Then he showed us he can sing. Now he's just acted up.
Hmm.
He was great. And then him, and why were they just like, they were giving too much extra emphasis on the phew, 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 like the
Really?
little, like Butterfly has a, well, I probably not because I don't know if you listen to BTS like that, but those like little moments of like of subtle groans in the song. They were making it seem a little sensual.
Yeah, they were. So I've never actually heard this song, this BTS
Mm-hmm.
song. So when they were
Mm-hmm.
in the practice room and and they were like sexy, and then Kong's overacting, and then I think Kwon Jui was like sexy. I'm just like, what is this song? Because when you say butterfly, my first thought was like, oh, like Luna's butterfly, it's very pretty and graceful, or some, I don't know, slightly emotional. They're
Right.
giving five different types of energy. Even on stage, it still felt like different energies, but I still like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, what is
Yeah.
going on? As someone who doesn't know this song, what is going on?
You know, if they didn't have Old Boy that was not great, this stage could have done much better.
Which, oh, the one that was, oh my God, yeah, the stage was so good, and then his voice, like,
My thing is, why are y'all getting on these shows if you know you can't sing?
I mean, the masters can help you, but like no one
You
could
have to
have
have a
taken
base
his
level of
lines.
talent.
Yeah.
Like even Xiao had a base level that could get her by. She couldn't do complex things. That wasn't her game.
Wait, but that guy, he can actually sing. I think this was just
Out
too
of his
high for
range.
him or something. Yeah, because he can
So
sing.
why did they keep? They needed to pitch this joint down.
But then I feel like if you pitch it down, it kind of changes the song.
It loses its elements. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
tough one. It's
exactly.
a tough one, but mm, I don't know.
You know what? Chen Kwanjui,
He
his
did his thing.
towel moment, whatever you call it, the lace,
Yeah.
that was beautiful.
You know what he's giving me? You know when you go to the malls and the Chinese people are trying to get you to watch that performance where all of them dancing? It's like come see the festival of the many lights.
Oh yeah. You mean like on the posters, how they're like
Yes,
the annual and they have like the
yes,
women and like the
yes,
yeah, yeah, I know what
yes.
you're talking
The
about now.
propaganda. Yeah,
Yes.
it's giving me.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, that's giving me that.
I like that. I like that.
Mhm.
We needed a reminder because Haruto has been flipping from the beginning. So this guy's like, you know what? Let me go back to my roots.
Right.
Let me bring this back. And it worked for me because it was like, yeah, I remember why I liked you. This was a good
uh,
song for him. This is a really good song for him.
yeah, everyone but that one kid was great,
Yeah, yeah,
which took away from the performance a little bit, but
it
it's
really
fine.
did. The
Yeah.
stage, I feel like they could have won.
Oh
No, no, no,
yeah.
they could. I don't think they could
No,
win vocal and
no,
dance, actually.
not against all those other groups.
Yeah, but it just would have been,
A standout.
yeah, it would have been more of a standout.
Hmm.
Oh, that sucks. That's okay. You want to go on to the next stage?
Yeah.
So this is the last stage, vocal and rap Tomboy with Huey, Zhanghao, Hanbin, and Gunwook. Someone on TikTok, someone posted like Huey's fan cam, and all the comments were like, "This is millennial core. He's a millennial." Like the way that he was dancing and like acting, and I was like, "Oh, leave this man alone. He's literally me." It was so cute, but I'm not gonna vote for him.
No, no, we're not voting for him.
Oh my
We're not
gosh.
millennial core. Send me that video.
I will. Okay, I will. I will.
Mm-mm. Well, I mean, it's had all the popular ones for the most part.
Yeah, it was like they gave what I expected
Expected.
for two centers and then like
Yes.
two top nine contenders pretty much. Like I would be disappointed if the stage wasn't
Wasn't
perfect.
good. Yeah. And Zhang Hao did his thing.
Hmm.
Um he was, he was singing his song. He's over there, singing all those notes. Uh
I like
Han.
Gunwook in this stage, but I thought,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what I thought was going to happen actually happened, which is that he couldn't have a story here
Yeah.
because he's with three strong people that there's no story for him to write. So now I'm just like, if you want to get into that top nine,
You're
the
gonna have to.
creation mission, you gotta give yourself a story to get those one picks.
They're gonna watch. We're gonna go to Gunwook's mom house. They're gonna serve us food. You're gonna understand where we're at. Because they
Gosh.
have to do some shenanigans.
He has to
Uh,
fight for that spot.
and we'll see. I wonder who's gonna go to the potato farm this time.
Oh gosh. I hope they don't do that. Like, I hope that all the groups have like
Something fun to
good
do.
activities to do, you
Yeah.
know? Because I feel like if I was the Snake team in Girls Planet and I went back and watched, well, I guess they
All
told
that.
each other what they did, but like
Yeah.
one team like went on a spa trip. You're telling me after all these months that we've been like grinding in this show, you guys got to go to a spa and we had to go picking potatoes. I would be so mad.
I'll be more upset at the luxury mall team. Like you plus me went to a luxurious rich mall and they like had a 5-star meals or something like that.
Well, I think that yeah, you plus me, they went to the mall and they had a spa day.
Oh, I've been mad. I've been mad.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
know what? I get it. She's the benefits queen. I understand Mastro's doing it for y'all. But look, I'm
And
bringing
they
in the
went
views.
skydiving too. They had a whole day of
No,
activity.
that skydiving was Utopia. None of those girls liked each other.
Not skydiving. They did something like they did
Oh,
something when they
they
were in the
walked.
air.
So the mall had like this thing. I don't know if it was like a glass floor or a see-through floor or something where you could
Mm-hmm.
walk across it or something like tightrope or some kind of thing like that. And
Mm-hmm.
Masha's like, I'm not doing that. I'm afraid of heights. Like y'all have fun. And she's like, not doing that. They had
Mm-hmm.
some type of experience where you walked across something. It was like high, high, high. It was like
Yeah,
again, this
yeah.
mall was like luxurious, like
Mm-hmm.
rich, like all these activities you can do in the mall. They had the best experience.
Oh,
And
they
then
loved that team too. And that team won too.
yeah, they had May and Chinese May. What's her name?
Wow. Oh, Show Yu. Show
Yes. We need to give her her flowers because we always bring her up. Never voted for this woman ever a day in our lives.
but back to Tomboy.
Yes.
I mean, it was good. Zhang Hao and Hanbin had a lot of behind the scenes
Mm-hmm.
story and screen
Right.
time. So like
Mm-hmm.
Zhang Hao's story was so long, and I thought that was the only story they would give. And then they're like, and then here's Hanbin's story when he's like feeling insecure and blah blah blah. I'm just
Because
like,
they want them
wow,
in the group.
yeah.
They want them in the group. They want those are the two that I like is certain
Hmm.
and potentially Eugen and everybody else is unknown for me.
Hmm.
Cuban is not in his group. I'm sorry. He does not have enough one picks. I believe it. I
I'm
believe
gonna
it.
remember that you said that, and we'll see at the finale.
If he's in, I'm like waste of a space. Sorry.
Mm.
No offense. That sounds really mean, but I feel like Juventus will be one of those members that's gonna be good for another group.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see him in this group. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. If he ends up in this group, fine. There's a lot of those type of members in X1, but
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Well, that was all of the performances.
Mm-hmm. Top performance for you.
Oh, my favorite performance. I mean, I feel like it would be Butterfly if the vocalist did well.
Yeah.
But if we're just talking about performances for this episode, um, I liked, I don't remember the name of the song. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
Law.
Yeah.
The one that
With
I was saying, oh, I love the dance that they made. The choreography was really
yeah, that was
good.
Law with
It
Park
was Law.
Hang-bin.
Yeah. I liked Law and I think just Law and Butterfly for me are like the top one. I mean, Tomboy was really good too. I like Gunwook a lot, and Tomboy and Zhang Hao. Those were like my two favorites in Tomboy. So I guess Law, Butterfly, Tomboy, my top three for this episode. What about you?
No flowers, no church, no hugs, whatever whatever that song is called. No spring cherry blossoms. That was great. I liked
Mm,
it. And uh, I also like Butterfly, but again, that took me away from the performance a bit.
hmm
Top performance overall was still Zoom.
Yeah, for me, Zoom was still number one. I went back to listen to Jesse's Zoom, and I was like, this doesn't hit the same. Like, I need Ollie Wonka's
Woo woo
Gotta
t t
Go. I
t.
need Woo T T T. I need to imagine Keita with the flipped microphone. Like, I
Okay.
kind of like this version better than the original.
Yeah, they gave it some new juice. It's like a
Hmm
not it's like a remix kind of.
hmm
Yeah, it's definitely really good.
hmm
Uh, so they revealed who's safe and they revealed who is in the running for the last spot to be safe.
Yeah.
And I surprisingly caught the live broadcast randomly. It was really random. I didn't expect like what are they streaming right now? That's so weird. So Jay is number 12, I believe,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, number 12.
which is intriguing because he has no benefits.
hmm
So that I guess it shows his one pick powers, not one pick power, his collective pick power is good.
hmm
I don't know about his one pick. People saying his one pick is strong. No, because we're not there yet. You will find out whose one pick is potentially strong the next round.
hmm
The next round. Once you pick the top three, you'll really know who's there.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like even when we're voting for nine people, everyone has their top three, and then the six leftovers just kind of vary. So even when it's top six votes, I feel like there's too much. We'll
Yeah.
see when it comes to top three. But top three is also when people start doing strategic voting. So we'll get a
Yes.
lot of people voting for, depending on who the top three are now. Let's just assume it's Hanbin and Matthew again. We'll see a lot of people voting for Hanbin, Matthew, and then their one pick. You know what
I
I mean?
forgot about that.
Yes, yes, you have to do the strategic voting now.
They're
I
like,
don't
I don't
know if
need them
I
to get
can
extra
do that.
votes.
Yep, yep. Because that's the same situation that happened with Shouting and Urena. It was Shouting, Urena, and then your one pick. Now
Rumor
Urena
has
didn't
it
get in, and
Mumuti made it to the next round.
yes, so if he made it to the next round, then
He's
he'll be
my
my new
my
one
one
pick.
pick. Yeah.
So I'm seeing a variety of spoilers.
I none
And
of them have
one thing
Anthony
is
in
consistent.
there.
Yes, one thing is consistent is that Anthony is never in there. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna give up. Like, I felt like my top nine is in shambles once I saw like every spoiler. It would be like differences between like ranks 20 to 30 or something, but Anthony
Yes.
will never be
Never
there.
be never. I'm just like, dang,
I'm
man.
laughing, but it's not funny. It's just disappointing.
I
It'll
hope
have
they
to be
put these
Wumuti.
I hope they put these kids through that extra benefit stage challenge. We're doing the theme song over again. I need it.
Yeah.
I need them to go through the nonsense I went through because if they didn't do that, Shinwei would have been in the finale, shaking it, baby, hello, baby, in it. I need it. You don't know how upset I was for that because I was like, okay,
Yeah.
we secured her, we're good. Then all these freaking bonus points came along, and I'm like, you're messing up all the work we've done.
hmm
It was so frustrating.
I'm wondering, like, if they did that, who would benefit the most? Because I feel like Gunwook is too high to benefit from a story like that. It has to be someone that they want, but who hasn't
It's
touched
gonna
top
be
nine.
it's gonna be the young gun guy.
Who? Tede or Guvin or
No, the guy that was
oh
uh
Wu you the backdoor
yes,
guy?
yes. I see
Wong
him in the
Yu.
group.
Wow.
I see him. They gave him a storyline. They gave him first place. He is the young gun. No
Wow.
one sees this vision because already know about it. I'm seeing it. He's in the finale. There's a high chance he might get in this dang group. Then if
hmm
they put him in the group with all the unpopular people, he's going to get the benefits points. He is in.
I like him though.
I don't mind because we already have been prepared for it.
Yeah.
We have been packaged to be not packaged. We've been what's the word I want to say? This conditioned, yes, to
Yeah.
be because we've already been this nonsense. Also, this group's gonna be way more successful than Kepler.
Oh, I mean, duh. First of all, women spend money. Men do not spend money. So if you have healthy men voting for Chaehyun, they won't spend as much money as the healthy women voting for Hanbin.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key. One of the key differences between girl groups and guy groups. Women will
So what
definitely
was the
spend
difference with
money.
I's one though? It was the Japanese influence, wasn't
I think it was the Japanese and
it? Sakura and AKB people.
and also remember, I said it in the last episode, but remember a lot of healthy women did watch Produce 48. They like Wonyoung, they like Sakura.
Why didn't we get those women to watch? If it was them, Kepler would have been way different.
Well, I think they Girls Planet they just messed up the airtime and they didn't promote it that well and it was like new because Produce has a better
Like
name
track
like a
record, yeah.
yeah, so if they said Produce 999 or something there might be more people watching, but Girls Planet, who is that? That's just another My Teenage Girl or whatever, you know.
Shame. We would have had if the healthy women were watching, we would have had a different group. A completely.
I don't think it would be that different. I think
Let
I
me
don't
live
think it
my
would be that
fantasy.
different. Maybe just
Let,
all right.
let my delusion. But it'd been wild because we would have the healthy women fighting against the the Gen Z, goodness, like people, the young kids. It's like, no, I want a baddie group. And it been
Mhm.
we would have had even more mix up. We would have had even more mix up. We would have had Bo Ra. We would have had you from round one. She'd have made it to the finale. We
I
would have
think the
had
only difference is the people who made it to the finale would be different, but I think
yes,
the group would still pretty much be the same.
really.
Yeah, because you have to remember, Girls Planet wasn't just they were pushing a certain image. It was also the voting was all messed up. Like we
Oh,
had to vote
true.
like a certain way until the very end. It was all messed up.
I wish, well, you know what? We'll get, hopefully, God allows me to still be here on this earth when season two of Girls Planet comes about.
Or Produce
Hopefully
Zero.
huh? Yeah, hopefully we get what we want in that go round. Oh,
Or Produce All Stars.
that's too much. That's too much.
No, I need a
Doa
Produce All
round
Stars
two,
with Doa.
a third time.
And if she's the center here, it will be the first time in produce history that the center does not debut, excluding like the Chinese produce series.
No, why do you want to put her through that nonsense?
I kind of like the idea of an all-star season, but it would be hard because most of them like ran to other groups and got recruited by companies. So,
It'll be sad because the people I would want to come back aren't coming back. Aries never coming back. She's like Aries
oh,
from.
oh, yeah,
They
yeah,
said, "Would you ever do it again?" She said, "No." She
no.
said it so fast because they had an interview and they're like, "Oh, that's when you got your nickname, Hell Girl." Because she was saying, "Oh wow, Produce 48 is so bad, it's like hell."
I believe that though, because those girls are used to like getting food and sleeping and getting paid, you know what I mean? And maybe having translators if necessary, you know.
They yeah they're well funded.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I think we've we've said what we needed to say. Now it's slipping into another type of show.
yeah.
Mm. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to the podcast this week. We're so grateful you guys watch and talk with us. Let us know who your top 9 are in the comments below. Let us know who your favorite performance was this week, who your least favorite performance was this week, and who are you hoping survives the elimination next round. Let us know. Um, and what were your thoughts with any controversy that happened in the episode? We love you guys so much, and we hope to see you next time. Thank you. Oh, it's do 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 do.